I'm honored, obviously, to be on this committee, and very impressed with your resume. It rings very clear, and in many cases, it parallels my life. And so I'm very pleased that someone who has the depth and the understanding and the character of the state is being asked to serve as Attorney General.
Thank you.
You know, some 65 years ago, my father fled Hope, Arkansas, in fear for his life because of the racism in Arkansas at that time. And that has always been an impact on our life in terms of coming to California and seeing California as truly the golden state of opportunity, of access, equal opportunity, those kinds of things, and a flee from Jim Crow laws. Even though we had various kinds of laws here, they weren't as detrimental to one's character and opportunity as the Jim Crow laws of the South. That having been said, many in my community and around the state have some concerns. Obviously, I was listening very carefully to Mr. Sessions' comments this morning on CNN. And so there is a concern about the issue of civil rights and where we stand, and how historically California has always been a little different. We have a number of Civil Rights Act ourselves, the UNRU and the Ralph Civil Rights Act of California, because of our strong belief in that issue, in the issue of civil rights and human rights.
California must continue to be a forward-leaning state. We want to build on the Affordable Care Act, not repeal it. We want to be home to the next wave of good-paying, clean energy jobs, not pollute America again. We want to stop and deter criminal behavior, not stop and frisk our young brothers based on preconceived notions. And we want to build schools, not walls and unconstitutional religious tests for our people. Everything I just mentioned, and much more, I worked on in my 24 years in Congress. Each year, I sought to vote my conscience, believing in my values, hoping I was right, having to wait years sometimes to find out I was. That meant opposing the Wall Street bailout in 2008, the Iraq War in 2003, the Defense of Marriage Act in 1996, and massive tax breaks that benefited the wealthiest Americans at the expense of everyone else. I was part of some of the monumental debates confronting our nation, from fighting for working families on the National Commission on Fiscal Responsibility and Reform to launching bipartisan immigration reform talks, from helping write our nation's health security law to beating back a 20% cut to the earned Social Security benefits of millions of disabled and veteran Americans. There are many important debates on the horizon for California. I believe my experience as a Deputy Attorney General, a legislator, those have all prepared me well to be a successful and far-sighted Attorney General for the people of our state. If confirmed, I will use the law to make sure we don't go back to the days when homes were callously foreclosed, when people's retirement security was washed away, and when people like my father could not walk into a restaurant because of the signs that read, "No dogs or Mexicans allowed." Our state has the law, the grit, and the guts to fight for hardworking families. So long as we are abiding by our federal and state constitutions and working together as forward-leaning leaders, the sky's the limit, and no wind can knock us down.
There's no question in my mind that intellectually, by way of character, by way of experience, and by way of battle-testedness, Javier definitely stands out.